Denilson Igwe, an ex-associate, should I call him an ex-partner or ex-brother of Mark Angel, recently was a guest in a podcast where he said a lot, as in he said a lot. He said he was actually the one who started the Mark Angel comedy brand before he was pushed aside by Mark Angel. Before we know what's happening though, another ex-crew member, Daddy Humble, jumped out and said, "Ha! Denilson is lying. That him, Mark Angel and some other guys are the one who started the Mark Angel comedy brand." So sit tight and relax as we bring you the juicy details of the gist. Hi guys, this is Army's View. Here we discuss social and real life issues, societal and human issues with a view to providing solutions. And I am your host with the most, Amarachi. Denilson made some serious allegations against Mark. He said he was the one who actually started the Mark Angel comedy brand, that they will go out for shows, they travel to different parts of the world, they will come back without shishi. Kobo doesn't come back with them. And when he asked Mark Angel that, how far? Mark Angel will tell him that, no money, oh, this thing is not bringing money. They kept on. Before he knew it, Mark Angel bought a car. Like, bros, where did you get money to buy a car? Because this thing we are doing is not bringing money. And Mark told him that, it's actually a gift though. He believed and they moved on. The next thing, Mark started buying properties, bought landed properties, bought a house. Mark was now living very comfortable, while him on the other end is still struggling to make ends meet. At that point, he had to insist on being paid, and that was how Mark started paying him 200,000 naira monthly. I said this very day, their day manager, the person that handles their Facebook page, saw him and said, Denilson, why will you be wearing a worn-out shoe? He told the guy, for 200,000 and now go to buy shoe? I mean, I have children to take care of, for that is not his priority. The guy said, what? What are you saying? Have you checked Social Blade that you guys are making tons of money? As at then, they were making $160,000 on one YouTube account. They have more than about 7 or 8 YouTube accounts. Just one account give them $160,000. When he confronted Mark said he was saving the money for their future. Uncle Saver, make I first chop for the present. Which one be say they save for the future? And they've been traveling to different countries of the world. They've been going out for shows. And Mark kept telling him there is no money. This thing is not bringing money. Not knowing that the Mark Angel comedy company is now a money spinner. He lost me when he started going personal. He lost me when he started with the character assassination. Guy, you said you were being cheated in your business partnership with Mark, right? That was your reason why you went to the Honest Bunch podcast. So why are you going personal? Why are you talking about his personal life? Which one is Mark did not attend his mother's burial? Mark's father and brother, they live in an uncompleted building. Mark's sister is a serial baby mama. I take concern you. The one that actually off me was when he said Mark is a strong man, insinuating that Mark is an occultic guy. He said that if anybody should have issues with Mark, that if both of you should quarrel, that if for any reason you have quarrel with Mark, it's either you buy or you have an accident. Uncle will ask you, and so many other gibberish he talked about, like, why are you going personal? Focus on the reason why you're there. Focus on the bone of contention. Focus on the issue. Leave his personal life out of it. It's none of your business. He also insinuated that Emmanuella is being molested in Mark Angel's house. He insinuated it. Emmanuella is living with Mark Angel, and Mark is Emmanuella's legal guardian. He said there are so many guys in the house, and these guys are living in the house with Emmanuella and Success still living there. Unfortunately, Nigeria is not a country who cares about our citizens. If it was a working society, they would have swung into action and start making investigation to be very sure that those girls are not being molested in any form. But we know our country, nothing will happen. I am not saying what Mark did is good, and don't misunderstand me. I am not supporting Mark in any way. If everything that Denilson has said is the truth, Mark is not a good person. But then let's call a spade a spade. Denilson lacked vision. That's the truth. You said you were the brains behind the Mark Angel comedy brand. You were pushed aside. What happened to you starting all over? What happened to you starting your own brand? When he started paying you 50,000 naira monthly and started paying Emmanuella 20,000 naira monthly, Why did you not opt for partnership? At that point, you should tell him, no, we are partners. Let's get a lawyer and draft terms of agreement. You did not do any of that. We were made to understand that Lucky Udu tried to intervene in the matter at some point. And then when they called a meeting involving Mark, Denilson and Lucky Udu, Denilson was asked, what do you want? He was given a blank check. Do you know what he said? He wants money to pay house rent. Like, seriously? You have 2 kids. You are living with your sister because you cannot afford to pay your rent, and they are giving you a blank check. You are saying you want money to pay rent. Why are you so short-sighted? And we were meant to understand that he was given 10 million naira. That was in 2016. 2016, 10 million naira is a lot of money. He was also given equipment. Though the money did not come at once, it came in batches. Denilson Igwe, what did you do with 10 million naira? The equipment they bought for you, is it all due? Where are the equipment? You yourself agreed at the Honest Bunch podcast that he gave you 10 million naira, though it came in batches. As of 2016, what did you do with 10 million naira? I'm not trying to say that the 10 million naira is your share of the money coming to the company. No. 10 million naira is nothing compared to the amount of money that comes into the company. But you are given something. What did you do with it? To the extent that you cannot pay your house rent. A little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. I don't know how you see it. That 10 million naira, what did you do with it? What business did you do with it? What investment did you make with it? Nothing to show for it. The money has finished and you're out again. We have not finished with Denilson before another ex-crew member, Daddy Humble, jumped out and said, Denilson, you are lying. That Mark Angel comedy was not started by Denilson. No. He is not the pioneer of Mark Angel comedy. Daddy Humble said it was him, Mark Angel, and some other guys who started the Mark Angel comedy. He said his first contact with Mark was on Facebook. Then Mark was answering Mark Ebere. What was in Mark's Facebook page then was funny pictures of Denilson. Different funny pictures. There were no videos. They met in Port Harcourt then, and they had a meeting for them to start shooting skits. Now, the purpose of the skit was not for them to start making money from social media. They were not even aware that this thing can even fetch them money from social media. Their major aim was for them to go viral, and people will start calling them for functions to perform, and when they perform, they'll be paid. That's how they intend to make money from this thing. The first skit they did features himself, his wife, his younger sister, MC Prof, and K Brand. The first day he ever saw Denilson was on that first day they were to shoot their first skit. That was the first day he ever saw Denilson eyeball to eyeball. After shooting the skit, what they do is that they'll start sharing it on WhatsApp, sharing it to their contacts. Then they did the first one, did the second one, and they did the third one. What he wasn't sure was if Mark was uploading this skit on his Facebook page. After the third skit, Mark started sidelining him. He was the one always reaching out to Mark. He was the one always calling him. Then he noticed something. They were always traveling for functions. The only people Mark traveled with are Emmanuella and Denilson. Now, when the company now blew, the company now became popular, as in Pidgin English, the company blew, was when, you remember that skit Emmanuella did years ago? This is not my real face, so how many of you can remember? Yes, it was that skit that made them popular. Emmanuella now became the face of Mark Angel comedy. She now became the main actor. She now became the main character. They kept shooting and Mark kept saying there's no money. This thing is not bringing money. That was his language. Then, Daddy Humble said he was a taxi driver. He would carry passengers, and the passengers were like, are you know Daddy Humble? The one that acted in that skit? Oh, we know you. He now became famous without money. Fame with empty pockets. Fame with dry pockets. On this very fateful day, they were supposed to shoot a skit. They got to the venue and Mark was absent. Mark had traveled with Emmanuella for an advert with AY. Denilson came in angry. Denilson came in boiling. That was how Denilson led the cat out of the bag. He told them that Mark has been making money and he gave them proof. They all became downcast. They all became weak. They didn't shoot that skit for that day. So they left and then they reconvened at Mark's house to hold a meeting. When they got there, they were not telling Mark that This thing is making money and you're not carrying us along. When they were about to start, Mark said they should treat it like family business. They should come together as family to work together for the collective good of everyone. Now money is coming in. You're not letting the other crew member know. Daddy Humble said they used to gather money to give to Mark for logistics. At this point, Mark had already rented an apartment. So where did you get money to rent the apartment? Nah, in your job. Like seriously. So they kept arguing, and that was that Denilson now brought proof that indeed Mark is making money. Even at that, Mark was still denying it, that there's no money. What would they do now? They let him be. After so many back and forth, after so many agreements, they now agreed to be paying 3,000 naira per video. So he said it didn't sit well with him because then the lead actors or the lead characters were Mark himself, Emmanuella, and Denilson. So which one is 3,000 naira per video? They hardly called him. At the end of the day, Shadisha sent him some money, calculated all the videos he did, and then they paid him 3,000 naira per video. For some, they paid him 2,000 naira. For the ones that he was not the lead character, at the end of the day, the money they paid to him was not up to 20,000 naira. He took his L and left. He left, and that was how he started his own comedy show. He didn't wait and start complaining like Denilson. Denilson had been given 10 million naira, bought equipment, yet you're complaining. That the Humble said after some time he had to go back to Mark and reconcile with him. They made peace. So he used the opportunity to plead with him to please share his video on his community, because then Mark was not very big. The Mackenzie comedy was not very big. Nobody knew that the Humble then. So he now pleaded with Mark, please put me on your platform so that I can get members, so that I can get subscribers, just so that I can grow like you. Mark told him, Rara, oh, I cannot help you. The only thing I can do for you is to give you advice. Mackenzie, who advice have? Advice dey bring money. Person dey hungry, say you wan advise am. Na advice dem go chop. Kept pushing. That's how a certain woman now introduced him to Sabalo. Sabalo now asked him to bring one of his videos. He sent one of his videos to Sabalo. Sabalo posted his video on his own page, and that was how he got 4,000 views for the first time. Can you imagine? Somebody he doesn't know from anywhere. Somebody just introduced him to him. The person that they worked together, the person that they toyed together, he went to this person, Oga, beg, help me. The person told him to his face, I no fit help you. What a word. What a life. Daddy Humble said at a point he had issues with his page. He has a violation called connected entity. So he went to meet a friend in Lagos named Chizzy. So Chizzy said to him, why are you coming to me? Go to Mackenzie. Mackenzie once had this problem. He will tell you how to solve it. So he went back to Port Harcourt, went to Mackenzie and said, bros, see the problem why they face, so they say you don't first face this problem. I beg, how you take solve it? I told him, no, I've never had any problems like this, so I don't know how to solve it. He was shocked. Like, what is this? I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you to promote my channel. I say, just help me get solution for this problem. And you're saying that you've never had such a problem. So it was some other lady again, now so lady they help this one. One other lady that now told him that he shouldn't worry, that the thing will leave by itself after 1 year and 7 months. That such a thing had happened to Mackenzie. At exactly 1 year and 7 months, the violation was removed, and that was exactly what happened to him. There are two sides to every story. We've heard from Denilson, we heard from Daddy Humble. But the truth is, with everything they said so far, the evidences are overwhelming. Mark is not a good person. Mark no try at all. These two people cannot be lying against you. From everything they've said, one thing is sure, Mark is a very stingy person. Mark is a cargo. Mark is a paradise. As of today, Mark is one of the highest YouTube content creator in Africa. Mark is the 3rd highest earner when it comes to earning in content creating. So why do you want to lead alone? Only one person cannot make a convoy. You need other people. We need each other. This bungalow like this is a bungalow Mark said he built for Emmanuella's parents. As of 2013, Mark earns over $200,000 a month. Mathematicians, do the math. Then in 2013, the exchange rate was $159. In 2020, the exchange rate was 472 naira to $1. Now, this bungalow is the best that Mark Angel or Mark Ebere could build for them. This is the best. With that kind of money you earn, like, make it make sense. In your job, you know the annoying part of this whole story. The most painful part is that it is alleged that the house is built in Mark Angel's name, not even Emmanuella's name. Why? So tomorrow I can actually evict them out of the house. No story. I believe in reward and compensation. See, reward and compensation should be commensurate with the work done. Emmanuella is the face of Mark Angel comedy. Emmanuella is the funny one. Emmanuella is the one that is popular. Emmanuella is the reason why most people watch Mark Angel comedy. Remove Emmanuella from the picture, most people will not watch it. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Mark Angel is not funny. He's not a good actor. So why is he taking the bigger share of everything? He's obviously cheating that young woman. Not the most funniest part of this whole thing. With all in fact, that guy is a silent billionaire. With all the billions that guy is making, do you know how much he used in paying Emmanuella's father's off? Like, according to Denilson, he said he paid him off with 1.5 million naira. Poverty now mixed with illiteracy is a bad thing. It's a terrible thing. And the Son of Man took the money, jubilating and very happy. Oh, Oga, the money they gave to you is not even up to your change, let alone your share. They are ripping you off before your face, and you could do nothing because you are not lettered. I'm going to say this in Odumeje's voice. One person cannot make a convoy. Abandoning the people you started with, the people who were there with you when it was tough, when it was rough, because you felt you are wiser, because you felt you are smarter, is very bad. They say na corporation they make up of rice food. Angel, please change, do better. If everything these people have said about you, if it's the truth, God, you need to sit down and ask yourself some salient questions and make adjustments where necessary. Very, very important. And on this note, we're going to end the show for today. Please, if you're yet to hit the subscribe button, please do well to hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up by liking this video. Drop your comments in the comment section, and make sure you share this video to your friends, your family, your loved ones, your colleagues, your neighbors, and your enemies. Okay? Till I come your way again, I'll see you in my next video, man. Bye.